Hello and welcome. I'm Thomas 2 coming at you with another video. Um, Today I'm just going to talk about the Sixers and Hawks. I plan on doing the Bucks and Nets, but I have a lot to say about the Sixers and Hawks, so I'm just going to state what I had to say to you guys. What about Sixers and Hawks? And then I'll do the Bucks and Nets maybe another day, or maybe later today. Um, if you're watching this video, uh, make sure you go support Dallas TKD on Twitch. Great content creator, and he is very funny. And he bullies this guy named JJ a lot, and it gives you, I mean, I think it's pretty funny. I know it sounds messed up. I'm sorry, but it's pretty funny at times. They have a beautiful friendship, really. But without further ado, we're gonna talk about Sixers Hawks right now. All right, Ben Simmons. We're gonna talk about Ben Simmons first. We're gonna get the Hawks in a second, but Ben Simmons is first. Ben Simmons, 4 years ago, well, 3.5 years ago, 3.5 years ago said Hackett Simmons will be no more. There was silence there for a reason. He said Hackett Simmons will be no more. More silence. Okay. So, with all that being considered, here's Ben Simmons shooting 4 of 14 from the free throw line. And the issue with this is a guy who only drives the basket to score. He's great at other things, passing, defense, right? Although last night Trae Young did get off, but he's good at other things. Um, but a guy who can only score around the basket, who does not take jump shots, um, somehow cannot shoot free throws. Okay, so he can't shoot free throws. So now late game, when he drives to the basket, he's getting fouled. He's getting fouled, and so now he can't drive the basket. Now he is a literal definition of having to run from the free throw line. Because if he's shooting at the free throw line, it's hurting the team. 0 of 2 or 1 of 2 every time. Every time. Um, I mean, I know how great of a playmaker and defender Ben Simmons is, but right now it just looks like Ben Simmons is capped out as a player. Um, and I know it's harsh words, but right now it's just like something is up. There's no reason why. It looks like he looks like the same player. He's reported back to the same player. That same player scored 1 point in a playoff game his rookie season. Um, I don't know what I was expecting out of Ben Simmons. I don't remember that long ago of what a ceiling could be, but it was pretty high. And we're 3 years in, you see all these other players. Well, 4 years, but however many years in, and you see all these other players who are improving their game in multiple ways. And Ben Simmons has done nothing. That's all I have to say about Ben Simmons for now. Joel Embiid played great majority of the game. Um, Started off 17 points in the first quarter, 8 for 8. I mean, he was unstoppable, unstoppable player, one of the better players in our league. And while I'm not really willing to blame him, blame him completely, I do feel like he is the best player, and he does deserve some of the blame. Um, and how can you blame a guy who drops 37 in like 13? I understand, but late game, what's been working for him is the low post. I know Joel Embiid can shoot the ball. I know I'm gonna sound like an old head right now, even though I'm only 20 years old. That feels weird to say. I'm actually 20 years old. But as a guy as a big who's been dominating the low post, and then you shoot four threes in the fourth quarter. 4 out of your 5 shots are threes. First of all, you only take 5 shots, and then 4 of them are threes. It's looking pretty bad. Um, I'm not gonna slander Joel Embiid because I felt like, again, majority of the game. But then again, that's the way the Sixers were. Majority of the game, they were good. Everything was everything was working. That's how it looked until the Hawks started coming back. So yes, does Joel Embiid deserve some of the blame? Yes, as much as he would have deserved some of the credit had they have won this game, or most of the credit as he won this game. So all that considered, no, no, Joel Embiid did not play bad, but yes, he deserves some of the blame. Um, Next up, Tobias Harris. Tobias Harris. Tobias Harris. Let's talk about Tobias Harris for a second. 18 to 20 point per game score. I don't know his exact stats, but for years he's been a pretty good scorer, pretty good shooter, above average defender, solid player. And this is a guy that Sixers are playing 33 mil, right? This year. So this is a guy who you expect to produce in a pivotal game five where you need him to produce. And here we are, lo and behold. Tobias Harris has one of his worst games of the year. Now, when else has Tobias Harris done this? Let's stay back to last year in the playoffs again, where he shoots like 0 of 10, 0 for his first 10 3-point shots. Did not make a three until the last game of the series against the Celtics last year. Getting paid all that money to be the second option when they really needed Tobias Harris last year. They really needed him. And he did not show up. And so this year, not a surprise that he's not showing up again. So, I mean, I don't really have anything more to say about Tobias Harris. Uh, I mean, there are other ways. Not you can't point the blame on any one person, but Tobias Harris needs to show up in order for the Sixers to win, which I still think they can do. All right, last but not least, Doc Rivers, and then we'll move on to the Hawks. Doc Rivers, he has a history of blowing leads. So I don't really need to I don't really need to explain Doc Rivers' history because by this point you should know it. Um, 3-1 last year and 3-1 2015, 3-2, multiple 3-2 series. Uh, I mean, sheesh. Doc, it's not looking good. I'm not sure what you're preaching in there. I know you're a great coach. I would love to play for Doc Rivers. Um, but I'm not sure if he's preaching. I'm not sure if his like energy gives out complacency, and that's what the Sixers looked like last night, complacent after a 26 lead instead of continuing to dominate the Hawks for just one more quarter or 16 more minutes. Really, is when it really started the run. But um, again, I I mean, disappointing for the Sixers. I still think they can win this series, and maybe we'll forget about this. But this will be another year of the process where they have all they need to win a championship, especially considering the circumstances this year, and they don't win. They don't win. Talk about the Hawks real quick. Let's talk about um, Trae Young, Gallinari, Collins, and Lou Will. Right. I thought they all played a great game last night. Not just Trae Young with 39 points, which is a career high. He played great. He played he played great. Getting to the line, getting into the paint, finding other people. Very unselfish player. That's the type of guy you want on your team. That's the type of point guard you want. Gallinari and Lou Will having that same pull up left-handed, well, right to left jump shot that he's had for about 13 years. Going to his left, shooting right. Nobody blocks it. Nobody can guard it. Professional scorer. Very impressive. Gallinari knocking down the streets, doing what Gallo does. Collins playing a big game in some playing a big game, and in some games in the first round, I was hoping Collins would do more of what he did tonight. He came out and played a great game. The Hawks deserve a lot of credit. Nate McMillan deserves a lot of credit. Out coaching Doc Rivers again, um, and that's really all that needs to be said about this series. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and make sure to subscribe if you're new. Like this video up. Shout out Blake Blaze05, A-Ray, and the honored one, Xavier Lindsay. All right. Y'all have a good day.